Thank everybody who is in so far. I'll be up and running here in just a minute, just posting to some social medias, and then we will be up and watching a live stream of FWM GT7 round number 1 at Watkins Glen Short. I will be live in just one moment. Alright, welcome everybody. We are here for 4 Wide Motorsports Gran Turismo 7 Season 1, Race 1 here at Watkins Glen Short. Full field in effect. We had one drop after qualifying, so there is 15 in the race here. Real quick before we go through, I'm just going to go through and look at some paint schemes here as we are running the NASCAR liveries. You can see Ricky Bobby here, or R Bonnet. He's going to be running the old number 62 Me car. And I mean, come on, that's just a fitting appropriation for him. It's kind of in his name, so that or the Wonder Bread car is what I would have to do. I might just have to bust me out a John Gerard car though, just to mess with him. Up next, you're gonna see that's gonna be the Superflow. That's me there in the Superflow number 25. A little throwback to Days of Thunder, the old Cole Trickle Superflow pink and white. And next week I'll be actually rocking the midnight version of this. Behind me got FWM Cannon. He is going to be in the good old Kevin Harvick Good Wrench number 29. Solid looking car. I was actually, before he chose this one, I was looking at the red version of this one and really did like that one, but it's a good car. Good looking car out there on the track today. The number 99, I am not sure who that is, or like who that's livery of, but that is TBC Matt in that one. Behind him, the number 29, you can see there of the Alpine. That is TBC Airport Hobo, starting in the 5th position. Number 29 there. I'm not sure if that's just a fun one that he did himself or if that is actually a car that's from somewhere. Behind that, we got another Kevin Harvick car here in the Busch Light. Number 4 for Lucky Prime. Looking good on that one there. Butterbean, yeah, running the Iron Maiden number 666 car back here. Good looking car. You can't really see it here. We'll get some other looks at these cars as we go through. I just wanted to get a chance to kind of look them through here before we roll in. Number 33 Skull for Crash and Chris back there in 8th position. Good looking car there. But I believe that's a Harry Gant, isn't it, back then? And then you got the 13. I believe that's a Ty Dillon car for Buck T. That's a Certainty number 13. Behind him, you got Matt Toos, is how I believe that's pronounced. That's going to be the number 21 Little Debbie car back there. That would be... That's hard to say. There's been a lot of drivers in that car, so I'm not sure which driver that one's for. We'll see if anybody jumps in here. If you know if any of these are, do you let me know? Give me a sec here. Let me jump in. Got to get my chat open, so if you guys talk to me, I can make sure I am watching. All right, there we go. And next up, we got Takuma. Takumi VMR is his other name. He is joined in late to the race in this one, so just running the stock livery there. We'll see a new livery on that one probably next week. Behind him, we have the Kellogg's number 5 car. I actually have this for a race I'm doing tonight. Not sure if I'm going to run it or not, but that's Intimidator. That's an old Terry Labonte throwback. Nice look there. Probably one of my favorites here. Another one of your Days of Thunder throwbacks. The Hardys, number 18. Russ Wheeler. I was trying to remember the name. Russ Wheeler was the driver of that car in the movie. Great movie. I gotta go back and watch that again. Behind that, you got the Ryan Blaney, number 12. I'm not sure what the sponsor is on that one. That is going to be Yogi back there. And then Flipbox starting in the 15 positions, running the number 88 Bass Pro Shops. I believe that is a junior car that he ran back in the day. All right, we are getting ready to go here. We are going to jump on with Ricky Bobby for the start. See what we can get done and get rolling here. 45 laps is the distance here. So we have, as you can see, an hour and 35 seconds to run this thing. We are going to get rolling, though. Here we go. And green is out. Ricky Bobby with a great jump off the line already. Let's look back. Looks like they're going to try 4 wide here down into 1. Nope, they front 2 get away there. Matt and Monkey are side by side. Airport runs a little bit wide. Looks to be clean so far. We're riding on with Monkey now, coming up into the... Oh, I don't know. Do they call this the S's, I believe? Side by side with Cannon and Matt here. Good racing between the number 29 and number 99. And you can see plenty of action back there going on as we jump through the field. Just kind of see everybody's kind of dicing around there. We're right on board here with Airport down into the corner. He gets a good drive down into the bus stop and is going to take over that 5th position. Whew, can't talk this morning. A little early, can't talk. And you can see here, everybody real tight battles all the way through. You got Crash and Chris back here in that Skull Bandit, number 33. I love that car, looking good. Intimidator, another one that's looking really good too. Body Armor, that was the sponsor on the number 12. As the back, we'll jump on board here. Oh, look at that, Monkey's already got a penalty. We won't talk about how many penalties I picked up during this race. The bus stop was my kryptonite, and I just could not get through there without going off, or just barely going off. See Airport Hobo trying to work his way back through the field. He got that 5th position through the bus stop last time. This time he's going to be making a run at Cannon, heading towards the bus stop. Is he going to just push him? He gives him the good shove down the stretch here. Let's see if he makes a move. Looks like Cannon's going to protect the inside, or the right side, I would say, because it is the bus stop where you go back and forth. Side by side they are. Jump off here. We're going to watch this one from outside. Ooh, somebody way off back there. That looked like the 4 car. And you're going to have to give me a second. I don't remember everybody's name and where they are. Here, let's turn on some race info. And there you can see Hobo wasn't able to get that job done there. Cannon going to hold on to that spot. As you can see, Monkey, though, serving that penalty, drops back to the 3rd position. Looks like he may even lose the 4th position to Cannon. Or lose the 3rd position to Cannon. Wow. Don't mind me, guys. Monkey can't talk. And Monkey's going to hold him off there as they head down the stretch into turn 1. Cannon's going to look to the inside. Will he have enough to get anything done? Does not look like it. Monkey's going to pull away, but Airport throwing her down the outside, and he is going to take over that 4th position as Cannon drops back to the 5th spot. Behind him, Buck T and Crash and Chris back there really fighting this one out. Airport did pick up a penalty coming out of turn 1. Ran a little bit wide there. And let's jump up here with Airport as he dives back in behind Monkey. Is he going to try to make a move? Looks like everybody is good so far through there. As we see Cannon and Buck T fighting this one out back here. I really wish it would give me split times. Really hate that it doesn't do that. jump on with Chris as he is chasing him down. You see Lucky Prime back behind him, got that penalty. Oh, and we are 5 cars under a blanket here. That's 3rd through 7th. Oh, Chris looks to the outside, gets squeezed out on that apron. And that is going to kill his momentum. Intimidator is going to get a run coming down this front stretch here, going to 7th place. Will Chris be able to hold off Prime down into turn 1? This is for the 8th position. You saw him get squeezed off a little bit there. Not sure there was anything. Maybe not quite the time to do it. A couple penalties back there we see. And Chris will hold on to that 8th position, trying to fight back for the 7th spot here. We'll see if he's got anything for Intimidator coming down the stretch. You can see that Ricky Bobby has opened up quite a distance there on the map. Monkey as well is safe in that 2nd spot, it looks like. We will jump up there here in just a minute. We're going to see if Chris can make a move on Intimidator. If you are in here and watching, make sure you throw up a like, follow, subscribe. Throw me up something in the chat, banana or something. Let me know you're here. And Chris is going to get that move done down into there. Who was that? Lucky looking on the outside. Wasn't able to get anything done. Thought about making a 3 wide. But Chris will jump up to that 7th position as Buck T in the 6th spot. TVC Matt, but we see Cannon back on the back of Hobo here. These guys are fighting it out. Pit stops already starting, looks like. As Hobo, Monkey, Hobo. Oh, we have a whole list of them in right now. Looks like just about everybody is going to dive their way down into the pits. Only a few looks like. Oh, he's diving into the pits. Butterbean, we'll see if they do. And then your top 3 right now have not. Monkey is going to be the first one out. Actually, he's not. I remember this. I was not the next one out. A couple of guys here didn't take tires, I think. I think Matt was saying he didn't take tires on this one. So definitely made it a little bit different coming out of the pits. See, Lucky Prime must have really short pitted there, as he's going to jump up to the 4th spot coming out of the pits. That'll actually be the 2nd position as it stands. Behind him, Airport Hobo comes out in the 5th spot. TVC Matt must have picked up a pit penalty there. Comes out in the 6th position. Monkey in the 7th spot. Butterbean, who has yet to pit here, in the 8th position. I need this. I need both. There we go. Butterbean must have pit early, after like lap 1 or something. Or just pit a little while ago, sitting in the 8th spot, because he is a 7/8 tank of fuel, so he's got to be. And we can see lots of penalties being served here. Gonna throw up the field a little bit. Ricky Bobby and Yogi up into the pits. Oh, wait, is Lucky... I think, if I remember right in the chat, Lucky said he didn't hit the button or hit to not get fuel or something to that extent. Yeah, looks like it was he didn't get tires, maybe is what it was. But he forgot to, or he hit don't change or something like that and had to come in for a 2nd stop. That's a frustrating one. Actually, it looks like fuel too. He really just rolled right through the pits on that one. That's a bummer. That really kills your day on that. So now we are looking, and not sure what happened with Ricky there through the pits, but really, really dropped back. Let's do this. Did he have an issue coming out? Or was this way before? He must have had an issue on that in lap there, because he definitely is not. He had a huge lead before that pit stop. So there you see your top 3. Monkey makes a move to the inside there, coming up through the S's. He will take over the 2nd position. Ricky Bobby down into 3rd, looking to pick up his speed as he just came out of the pits. And there's your top 3. You got Airport Hobo out front in the number 29. Monkey Mafia in the number 25 in the 2nd position. Ricky Bobby, number 62, in the 3rd position. Behind that, you got TBC Matt in the 99 in 4th. Rounding out your top 5, Butterbean in the Iron Maiden, number 666. Good looking car there. Cannon fighting his way back after a few issues. He's in the 6th position here. Behind him, Crash and Chris just serving a penalty in the 7th position, number 33, Skull. Buck T has a 1.5. I'm going to guess he ran a little wide there because he didn't have to serve it on that one. Running in that 8th position, though. Matt Toos in the 21 car in the 9th position. Running out your top 10, Takuma, the number 4. Takumi, sorry, I think I'm saying that wrong. Yogi, 1 second penalty there. Looks like he just picked that one up. And he is in the 11th spot. Number 12 is going to be the number 18, Mind FU, in the Hardy's car. Lucky Prime in that number 4, running in the 13th position. Flipbox in the 14th position in the Bass Pro Shops, number 88. And Intimidator round out our field here in that Kellogg's number 5. He will be looking to fight back here. Plenty of time to go as we are down to 39 laps to go. Oh, it looks like Ricky Bobby looking to the inside of Monkey. I slip back just in time here. He's going to get that work done. Monkey's going to dive right back into the back. Let's see if he has anything to get back to it. Going to head down into the final few corners here. This little left-right, it's a tricky one in this Sylvia. You really got to be careful. Doesn't look like he's going to, so let's take a lap around. Watkins, Glen short as they come out of the final corner. We're going to ride along with your leader, Airport, here, as he has got a stalker on his back. You can see it in the mirror there, Ricky Bobby with the little bump draft coming down the straight. Airport runs just a little bit wide. Ricky side by side with him. There you see it. What a view we have of this one. And Ricky will complete that pass coming up the S's. Great pass there by Ricky, and Airport's going to take another look at it. Jump on board here with Monkey as he's got a great view of this. Side by side down into the bus stop here. Let's see what they can do. Why does it say I have a comment, but I can't see the comment? Give me a sec here. I'm just going to close down. And you see Ricky did get to go ahead and open that up just a little bit. And Monkey closing in the back of Hobo. Is he going to be able to do anything with it? Still early in the race. Doubt he'll make any crazy moves here. I know that Monkey, he's a pretty smart driver most of the time. He tries to be. There we go. Vern's Chesticles. Who's Vern's Chesticles? Are you a driver or are you just a fan? Because that name is wonderful. Chesticles. Yes. Banana in the chat. Banana in the chat. Oh, and there I was, yakking away. We're going to jump back here a little bit. My bad, everybody. Monkey did make the move to get the second position. Not sure exactly what happened. Come down into the final corner. Airport, maybe he runs a little bit wide. Yeah, it looks like he is going to run just a bit wide. Monkey's going to make that move and make the pass. There you see it. Airport's going to drop back to the 3rd position. Monkey into number 2 spot. Let's get back on some outdoor here. Next time around, if we don't have anything going on, we will jump on board with the Subtle. Why doesn't that surprise me, Subtle? that is such a good name for you. Love it. Ricky Bobby with the fast lap, a 1:14.293. Let's jump up. When did he run that one? That was just a few laps ago. Lap number 7 he hit that, so we'll see if that stands up for the rest of the race. Monkey looks to be closing in on Ricky Bobby here just a little bit. Is he going to be able to get up there and do anything with this? He's got a good run coming through the long right-hander there of the NASCAR circuit. Watkins, Glen short, best known for the NASCAR circuit. I wish they'd run the long circuit. It'd be a lot more interesting. With these cars, though, I'm kind of glad we didn't run the long circuit. This, I really like this car, but man, I just struggling with getting this thing to turn. As you see, Monkey is haunting him here. Can he get anything done? Does not look like he's going to. So we're going to jump on board with the lap through. Down into turn number 1. Ricky Bobby with a great 3rd gear. Run out. Make sure you don't run too wide there. Big penalties if you get outside that curb. Coming up through the S's here. Really interesting S's. Interesting part of this track. You don't see this a lot of places. Uphill S's. And the old Monkey back there is doing some stalking. I see him coming. Bump draft. Holy buckets. What a bump draft that was. down into the bus stop. A little deep there after that bump draft, maybe going a little faster than he thought. And into this long right-hander, like I was saying, this is where it cuts off into the NASCAR circuit. Normally you'd go straight there, but now we're going to go right. You got to be careful of this out here to not run too wide. And the same thing is you take this left-right, the left-hander here, you can really swing out far on the right-hand side and burn yourself with a penalty right off of that curbing. Uses up the curb, the final corner coming down to the front stretch here. He swings it out wide and heading down to the start-finish line with a 16, so not his best lap, but at this point tires are getting burnt up. Let's see, he's on softs, Monkey's on the mediums, Airport on the mediums. Must have started on the mediums and stayed on them. Behind that, Crash and Chris on the softs. Cannon back into the top 5 here on the mediums. Buck T in the 6th position. Got that left front just burnt up on those softs. Another set of mediums. I believe he did leave his on. Matus with mediums on as well in the 8th position. Takumi half used up mediums, and Yogi in the 10th spot gonna have the mediums on as well. So let's jump through here and let's find any battles going on. I switched away. I drive the car and I don't even remember making this move, so let's jump on board here. Must have been down into the bus stop this time. I must have had a good run. Here I go, gonna make a look at it. And there you see it. Down into the bus stop. Move made by the monkey. Too many M's. You can see Airport still back here stalking, but he's got the mediums up there just burnt off. Oh, and Ricky Bobby, he wants that spot back. We may only have 34 laps to go as they cross start finish this time. But Ricky Bobby wants that lead back. We'll see if he can make a move coming down the front stretch. Oh, and he gets a hell of a run here. He's gonna push this time. Not gonna try to make the move. He's gonna push the monkey down the front stretch here. Try to open up their gap on the Airport a little bit as they head down into one. Monkey using that inside curb to outside curb. Got a little bit loose. Looks like he's going to lose a little bit of ground, but once again, Ricky Bobby gonna push him. And you can see there, I mean, it looks like Airport maybe had an issue, but still the bump drafting, if you can stick together, man, it really works out. We'll see how that plays out in tonight's race over in the Monkey Mafia Racing League. Watkins Glen Short here in any GR4 car. It's going to be an interesting one over there. You'll see some familiar faces from here, and there it goes. Let's jump back. I knew that came up. We'll jump on here with the monkey. You'll see I come down in and just caught too much of that curb, and it kicked it sideways. Did keep it off the wall, though, so, I mean, that's one thing. Yeah, it was not my most impressive time there, J-Skin. It was, I honestly didn't feel like I was having a great run. I was up front, but I felt really slow. And that just pushed me back, and it was downhill from there. We won't see much of me now as Ricky Bobby pulls out to the lead all by himself. Airport Hobo looks to be probably about 1.5 to 2 seconds behind. Monkey there drops to 3rd. He's got Crash and Chris on his backside, though. Where are we at with fuel? Looks like just under a quarter tank for Monkey, just over a quarter tank for Chris. So we'll see pit stops here starting probably in about four laps or so, maybe 3. Cannon still in the 5th spot, just kind of maintaining there with his top 5, so good look for him. Buck T trying to get up into the top 5 there. He's got quite a bit of a gap, though, up to Cannon, followed by Matt, who Matt has a 1.5 second penalty. That penalty is burning him right now as well. I know he's a fast driver, so we'll see how this one plays out for him. Matt Toos in the 8th position, not too bad. He does have Takumi not too far behind him. say, let's see. It looks like Chris and Monkey right now, closest battle on the track, so we'll jump on board with this one. We will see how this plays out. Chris chasing Monkey down. We'll see if he can get anything done. We'll view this one for just a little while here. I'm going to take a quick break and grab a drink here, and I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that break, everybody. You can see there Chris's left front tire is really burnt up, so he can't quite make the move on Monkey yet, but they are both closing in on Airport up there. Let's jump on board with Monkey, as he's going to be right in the middle of this green car sandwich. Looks like he is the meat on the green car breaded bun. Those moldy buns. Moldy buns, that's what those guys, yep. Your guys are moldy buns right now. As Monkey, you can see Monkey trying to get into the pits as quick as he can here. Flip just kind of slow into the pits, trying to be mindful. This is a really tough pit entry, as anybody who's raced here knows. You can easily pick up the penalties out there, as Monkey into the pits early here. No left front left on that thing. Ricky Bobby came in as well. We'll jump on board with Chris as he was chasing down Airport. We will see when they both pit. They are both, I'm going to say, probably in this lap, as Chris is going to pick up a penalty. Where's Cannon at on fuel? Cannon down there as well, doing a good job of maintaining his tires. So you can see there his fuel. Look at his left front compared to Monkey's. Oh, Monkey already pit. Never mind. Airport didn't take tires the first one, so that's not a fair representation, I guess. As we see, Ricky Bobby came back out, was the leader when the pit stops started to cycle, all by himself out there running in the 5th position. After that, we got our TBC Matt yet to pit. He'll pit on the next lap around, I would imagine. Let's jump up here. Is Airport Hobo going to come into the pits here? Looks like he is diving down into the pits. What about Chris? Chris in as well. Cannon in as well. So your top 3 drivers coming down into the pits here on lap number 15. We will see what's going to happen here. We'll ride along with a pit stop with Cannon here in that number 29, Kevin Harvick inspired invisible car. That was awesome. Gotta love the replay sometimes on this. And there you can see, if getting all fueled up, he is right about halfway now. The pit guy's just wandering around. This is no F1 pit stop here. There you go. You have it, a pit stop on the number 29. Looks like the team did a good job. The game's just really slow here. So Butterbean on a completely different fuel strategy here. He's at about 3/8 of a tank at I'd say about a 70% left front going on that thing with mediums. And you can see right now he's in the 2nd position. We'll see how this one plays out as this goes through. Everybody pretty much on the same, except for a few. There are, like Butterbean, that are off. We got Ricky Bobby out in front with a handled lead here now. Definitely a good pit window there he did. He is holding on to that lead. We'll see how that works out for him. Butterbean, like I say, in the 2nd position, still will need to pit here in the next roughly, probably 6 laps, I would say, is what he'll be looking at, and he slides it coming out of that corner. Good save by him. Behind him, Airport Hobo just pit in the 3rd spot. Matus will be pitting, I would imagine, this time around. Behind that, you got Crash and Chris and Monkey Mafia. And let's see, is Matus going to break the break in? Looks like he is, but he's going to pick up the penalty along the way. Caught Chris in that as well. Monkey's going to take the advantage of that one and run into the 4th spot with Chris behind him. Cannon not too far back here in the 6th position. Let's see, medium, soft, and soft. So I think maybe that's what burned me here in this race. I used mediums quite a bit. The softs just felt like they burnt off. I was hoping to get more out of the mediums, but they were not that great and burnt up. Felt like just as quick. So let's see, we have any battles here. Got a car stop back there, that's not a big deal. A couple in the pits. This looks to be the closest battle on the track, as we ride along with Chris trying to chase down Monkey. Monkey picked up a penalty there. That's going to get that 4th position to Chris as they come around. I don't believe it's served on this lap. It'll be the next lap around that he'll have to serve this. But you can see here, Chris already closing in on him. So that penalty really going to drop him back. Probably going to lose. I would imagine he'll lose back to Cannon. Almost picks up another one there. So got the outside racing going on here. And you can see side by side down this stretch. You can see Monkey throttling it there. Doesn't want to go side by side down to the corner. Did pick up another half-second penalty though. Oh, and will Chris pick up a penalty? Cannon's going to really reap the benefits here if Chris gets a penalty on that one. I believe he will. Yeah, 1 second. So Cannon is going to take advantage of this one. Coming down to the bus stop here. Let's see Chris and Monkey back side by side. Monkey decides different, wants to push. Chris was playing defense. Monkey looked like he was trying to give him a push. Oh, and Chris slides it off there, off the corner. That's going to give Monkey a little advantage, especially with that penalty. But Cannon here coming through, going to reap the benefits of this. 4th place is where he's going to end up. And there you see the penalties being served. Side by side. They are back at it again. Here they go. Whoops. No, dang it. I'm not hitting the right buttons. Nobody too close. Matt kind of back in the backstretch. Chris did get around him here. We'll see if he can hold on to that position. These two kind of been fighting it out here for the last few laps, as we are now on lap 19. Be approaching lap 20 here of this 45 lapper. You can see here about 25 minutes into this race. So the FWM races are all lap-based races, where like the Monkey side is going to be endurance races. So you'll see both being calmed right now. I appreciate everybody who's joining in on here. Make sure you like the page, give me a follow, like the video, give my page a follow, and for sure give it a share. You know, send it out there. Let's get some more people in here. If you're watching this and not in the league and want to get in the league, reach out through comments. You can find me on Discord as well. You know, whatever you need to do, just let me know if you're interested and want to get in on either of the leagues that I do comms for. Both are accepting drivers, and always looking for clean drivers, of course. As we see Monkey not able to do anything here, we're going to jump back off board, and Butterbean into the pits here, down to 1 liter of fuel as he comes in. He will take a fresh set of mediums, fill it up with fuel, and roll out. I really do like that scheme there. That's good looking scheme. And fuel up, and away he goes. So let's do this. Ricky Bobby with a half-second penalty. Right now doesn't really matter. Got quite a hefty lead, probably about a 10-second lead I would say he's got on the rest of the field. Behind him we got Hobo, Airport Hobo, with a solid run here in the 2nd position. Good look for him. Cannon in the 3rd position, probably about another 8 or 9 seconds back, I would say, of Airport, running in the 3rd and final podium position. But don't look, I mean, he is not scot-free in that 3rd position, as 4th is Crash and Chris. You can see it right there, not too far off, and not too far behind him still, the monkey in the Superflow, number 25. And not to mention that, you got Matt sneaking up behind here in the 99. We'll see if Matt's able to do anything with these guys. He looks like he's on a haul here on some softs. About a half tank of fuel in that thing, so we'll see if he can make some moves here. We'll go into this battle. 7th place, Buck T. He's kind of on his own land right now. Kind of big gap front and back in the number 13, 7th position. Butterbean, after his pit stop, sitting in the 8th position. Going to be looking to make up some time here. Running some fast laps. We'll see what he can do. Takumi in the 9th spot. Not bad. I mean, the guy jumped into this race last minute. So, no practice. Just jumped in and said, hey, let's roll. So, doing a good job here. Just maintaining, running some laps, and getting some practice in this car. But he does have Lucky Prime not too far behind him in the 10th position. That number 4, Busch Light. Kevin Harvick inspired theme. He's going to be looking to make a move and get himself into that 9th position. So we will see. You can see right there, 8th, 9th, and 10th, all real close together. We're going to stay on this for just a moment here, give these guys some highlights, as we've been kind of up front with that battle with the kind of 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th area. But back here, 8th, 9th, and 10th, really battling it out. We'll see how this one turns out. Now, it must be said, I got to say, FWM, a lot of these drivers are NASCAR guys that are just starting to do some of this GT and some other games, so really impressed with them. And the thing I like is they stick it out. You put the laps in, you just keep doing it, you keep chugging, you learn every lap, and you get better every lap. So glad to see it, and glad to see full lobbies for these guys. Oh, as both cars run wide there, we're going to see a couple of penalties pop up, I would imagine. Bing! Bink, 1 second for Lucky Prime and a half second for Takumi. So that is going to change that complexity, but we will stay on. Let's jump on here. You can see just swapping back and forth there into turn 1. Takumi made a shot, ran it a little bit deep, and Lucky Prime crosses over and takes over that 9th spot. And does open it up just a little bit. We'll jump back off board here. Let's finish our through the field. As Ricky Bobby into the pits there with a set of softs at 37 liters. Matus in the 11th spot. Kind of the same thing. He's just kind of in his own area. Yogi not too far back, but still back there. Yogi in the 12th spot, being followed by Mind FU in the 13th position. Both those drivers racing each other hard. Looks like we'll stay on board here, see if anybody can make a move. I'm trying to remember. I think Mind FU was the one. He's normally on wheel and was on controller this night. So, I mean, honestly, I'll give you props because I'd be in dead last. I just know it. And Yogi picked up a penalty there, so that's going to change the complexity of this battle. Good-looking Hardy's car, though. I really do like that one. As he runs in the 13th. He'll take over the 12th spot as they come around the next time for the penalty. But he's looking to get the job done now. Well, let's ride on board. See, oh, nope. Smart driving there by Mind as he dives back in line behind Yogi. Still a lot of race to go here. 23 laps for these guys as they cross the line. And as you reach about the halfway point, no time to be just diving it in there. And you can see here, will he get the run? He's going to try to get this coming out of 1, I would imagine. Backs it off a little bit early. And there he goes. Oh, doesn't quite get the run he's looking for, so he may not get that done. But we will finish our through the field here. Intimidator in the 14th position. Sitting in that number 5, Kellogg's here. Another driver very new to the GT world, but just shows up and puts in those laps, so props to him. Behind him you have Flipbox. Maybe, no, I think Flip was the one who was on controller. Anybody remember, if you are in the chat right now, and you remember, who was it that was on controller for this race? That wasn't normally. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about it, and once again, I'd be 5 laps down by now. Hell, I'd probably be about 22 laps down by now. Alright, so let's see what we got going here. Matt has worked his way up into the 3rd position, as they have opened up a pretty good gap on Monkey there. You got Chris, Matt, and Cannon, as Cannon's under pressure now from Matt. Matt really working his way through the field. Really working those tires well. I'd imagine we're going to see some pit stops here pretty soon. from the rest of the field. You see Ricky Bobby back into the 6th spot after his pit stop. Pretty sure Flip. Okay. I couldn't remember who it was. And Travis, are you in the race? What's your name? Your PSN. I would like to know who's talking in the chat. So you see Monkey into the pits there with 2 liters of fuel left on those mediums. He's going to lose quite a few spots here. We'll see how that one plays out. Hey, what's up, Hobo? Speaking of Hobo, got that fast lap up there. When did he do that one? Looks like on lap 17 of 14.032. So great run there for him, as Matt is now going to stock Cannon coming down. Crash and Chris not too far behind these two, but we're going to stay on board here with Matt as he takes it into the bus stop nice and smooth. We're going to see what he can do. Chris, though, going to haunt him. We're going to jump on board with Chris. Nope, I'm going to hit the wrong button because, you know, that's how I roll. And here we go. We see it now. Matt runs a little bit wide. Looks like Chris maybe got a little bit loose there. And these 3 nose to tail here, but I would imagine we're going to start seeing some pit stops from this group. So we'll see how this plays out. You see how they are right now. Let's see how they are after the pit stops. All 3 going into the pit. We're going to ride along with the pit for Chris this time. Actually, let's go on with Matt. Ooh, Matt takes a shot at it. He might have gained some there on the entry. All really close in fuel, as Hobo in as well. So your top 4 drivers into the pits here. We're riding along with Matt. We're going to see where this was. He was the middle of the sandwich, so we'll see what happens. Where does he come out into the field? Do they all... Looks like they're all taking softs. And everybody's taking a full thing of fuel. Soft, soft, and soft. Yes, it is. So let's see. How are they going to come out? Looks like Butterbean got around him. Hobo, Ricky Bobby, and Butterbean all out front. And look at that. That's just how they came into the pits. Chris right behind them. That is about equal. Looks like the pit stops were pretty equal, but Matt did pick up the penalty on the entry. I wondered if he did, and you can see here Butterbean, he's in the mix now. Let's see what these guys are all going to do. Monkey back there hoping to get into this, but I don't think he will. 4 cars here. They're going to work together. Let's jump up. Looks like Matt and Cannon side by side here. Are they going to stay that way? No, they will not. Matt will back off. He'll have to serve that penalty as they cross the line the next, or they cross the penalty line the next time. And you can see him there. Nose to tail. Monkey has closed in on the back of this group. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything, though, because he has got, oh, no, pretty fresh tires back there, as Matt's serving his penalty. And you can see just how much that one hurts when you get it, as he is going to drop back to the 7th position. Butterbean looks like he ran a little bit wide there, and he's going to drop to the 5th spot. Chris to the 4th spot. Monkey going to take a look at it. Let's ride on board with Monkey here. He's going to take a look at Butterbean, or is he going to try to push him? Going to give him that little bit of bump and dive back in here. See what he can do coming down. Oh, cuts that inside. Outside for Butterbean and Chris both. Looks like they both might have picked up penalties. And they did. 1 second for Butterbean. Chris gets a half second. And look at that. Oh, that was tight there. Maybe a little bit of contact coming up through the S's. All good as they head down in there. Monkey in the middle of this sandwich of Butterbean and Crash and Chris. And look at that. Now they're going to make it through there. And Monkey just picked up a penalty. That's the spot where I kept getting them. Just barely cutting that. Yet a second and a half for it, too. So all of these guys are going to have penalties here. We'll jump on with Monkey as he won't have to serve his till into the next lap by. Chris, though, served his and just barely going to lose that spot as we jump on board there. You see Ricky Bobby still out front. Let's jump up here. Let's see what the gaps look like. Ricky Bobby coming through turn 2 up to the S's. Airport Hobo just heading into 1. Cannon crossing the start-finish line. Monkey, Crash and Chris, Matt, Butterbean all on the front stretch here. So we see Monkey with that penalty. He'll definitely drop out of this battle. And like I say, that was what killed me this whole race. Chris going to take it side by side. See just how close this is, but Monkey does concede the spot. Tucks in behind, looking to push him, as he does have Matt chasing him from the backside. Crush Chris perpetually turning right, it looks like. I've been there. If you run the wrong way, you don't know that's even on. You're just running around with blinkers or flashers on. I've been there. I've been there. He's making a right turn as looks like Chris ran a little bit wide. Or Butterbean ran a little bit wide, sorry. I thought that was Chris for some reason. It is Chris. Oh, there he is. And there goes Monkey serving his penalty. I had myself confused. Monkey brain, sorry guys. And there you see it. Looking out the back of Matt. Matt takes over the 4th spot. He's got in front of Chris in 5th. Butterbean, oh, Chris goes for a slide. Let's see what he does here. Coming through the final corner, catches, oh, he caught the outside a little bit, and man, just slides it around there. Everybody kind of sneaks by Butterbean into the pits there. So Butterbean on a way different pit strategy than everybody else.